Hello guys, my name is Might Be Spider-Man, you guys can just call me Spidey, and today we're going to be talking about sniper rifles, specifically in reference to PvP. I'm going to be talking about my top 5 preferences. So the purpose of this video is, this weapon right here, the Last Word, has come back into the game with the release of the last content update in Black Armory, I believe. But along with a new sandbox update, which is really good. So some of you guys might be looking to pair a sniper with that, or maybe you just got Luna's Howler, Not Forgotten, and you're looking for a good sniper to pair with it. Or maybe you just want to learn something new in PvP, maybe you're tired of doing shotguns or fusion rifles or grenade launchers or whatever, or maybe you're like me and you just don't you just don't find yourself meshing with the playstyle that a shotgun or a fusion rifle or grenade launcher presents. So that being said, I'm just gonna go over some the basic things that you want in a sniper rifle before I get into my top picks for PvP sniper rifles. So essentially, if you can get snapshot or quick draw, that is already making it a very good sniper rifle, because snapshot allows you to instantly aim down sights, as shown on this Twilight Oath, faster time to aim down sights. Or you want quick draw, which you can get on something like Tatara Gaze. You can pull it out unbelievably fast, and it also gives a hidden buff to handling, so not quite as much as snapshot does, but it's still very good. And then moving target, opening shot, which are some very good target acquisition perks, like opening shot, increase accuracy and range on the opening shot of attack. It's basically Hidden Hand from Destiny 1, but better. I don't believe I have any sniper. Oh, I do have one with moving target. So moving target just allows you to strafe faster while you're aiming down sights, and it also allows you to acquire targets a little bit better. So snapshot, opening shot, a moving target, those are probably your best bets. And then handling masterworks just allow you to aim down sights a little bit faster. So yeah, let's get into it. Before I get into it totally though, I'd like to point out that these are my opinions. I will also be more heavily weighted towards year 2 snipers, as those can receive random rolls and you can put mods on them. And with the return of the Last Word, since not quite as many people are going to be able to get Luna's Howl Not Forgotten, I will be more heavily weighting energy snipers. Specifically legendary energy snipers, so you can pair them with Last Word, since the Last Word, in all honesty, is quite a bit more attainable than Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten, while Luna's Howl is fairly obtainable for an average PvP player. So if you hop onto a website like light.gg and apply a filter for legendary and exotic sniper rifles, you get 39 options between year 1 and year 2. So you have quite a bit of wiggle room on what you want. So to start off the list, my number 5 sniper rifle is the Izanagi's Burden. Now, Izanagi's Burden you get from completing the Mysterious Box quest line that dropped at the beginning of Black Armory, and it's pretty straightforward quest. There's some story missions, but in order to unlock the Mysterious Box, you have to get a key from each one of the forges. And so, first off, the thing that makes this sniper rifle unique is this perk called Honed Edge. If you hold reload, it'll consume your magazine, or whatever ammo is in your reserves, and cram them all into one bullet. So if you have 2 bullets in your magazine and none in your reserves, it'll give you Honed Edge times 2. If you have 3 in your magazine, you'll get Honed Edge times 3. If you have 4, you'll get Honed Edge times 4. And if you have ammo in your reserves, but not in your magazine, so say you spawn and you pick up 3 bullets because you have two scavenger perks, and you've got 2 in your mag, 3 in your reserves, and then you hold reload, you'll get Honed Edge times 4, and then you'll end up with 1 overcharged bullet, and then you still have 1 in your reserves. The cool thing about Honed Edge is with times 2, so basically you can proc this off spawn, you'll be able to one-shot headshot any super.
Double down.
So Honed Edge is still very nice because Izanagi's Burden is not a high-impact sniper. It is a medium impact sniper. It's the 90 rounds per minute adaptive frame, and it comes with chambered compensator, accurized rounds, outlaw, and composite stock. Outlaw precision kills greatly decrease reload time. Pretty straightforward. Another cool thing about this sniper is Honed Edge times 4. You're capable of one-shot body shotting any guardian that is not in a super. So I'll equip this right now so you guys can see what I'm talking about. The sight on it is very nice. It's got wide sights. It doesn't have great ADS time. It's pretty solid. It's got base handling at 52, and it's got nice wide peripherals. And it's got a pretty alright zoom. So like say I'm trying to hold down a corridor and I'm looking down the middle because I don't know if the guy's on the right or the left. I can see a good chunk of what's going on. It's still got a pretty decent amount of zoom, but this reticle right here, it's very nice, gives it some very good hit registration. Some drawbacks is it's an exotic. You cannot use an exotic energy or power weapon. So if you're in comp, you can't run track cannon or something like that. It doesn't have snapshot or quick draw, and it will consume 4 bullets if you've got 4 bullets, no matter if they're in your reserves or your magazine. Number 4 is the Supremacy. The Supremacy you get from the Last Wish raid. This is a 140 round per minute sniper rifle, and it is... Sorry, they just recently got a buff so that they get 2-shot body shot. Before the update, they only did 93 to the body, so unless they were running 0 resilience, you cannot 2-shot body shot another Guardian PvP. However, with the recent buff, they did get a buff to the headshot as well as the body shot damage. And a good thing about the Supremacy is that this is one of the lowest zoom scopes in the game. So as you can tell, like with Izanagi's Burden before, I could not see both those walls at the same time, but now I can. So it's got pretty solid peripherals. It's got a very low zoom scope. It's got that circular reticle that a lot of people tend to like. It's kinetic, so you can pair it with something like Luna's Howl or Not Forgotten. And it's got really good base handling. The base handling stat is 71, so it's pretty good, even without snapshots. Some drawbacks to it. It is low impact, so it only does, since it does 101 to the body. If say I body shot somebody, I cannot switch to my Luna's Howl and clean up with a body shot like I could with a high impact sniper. If you use an adaptive frame sniper, if you body shot someone, you can I believe you can clean up with a headshot from Luna's Howl Not Forgotten, assuming you're inside that weapon's optimal range. So anyway, on to the recommended roles. Snapshot for sure. If you don't get Snapshot, that's alright, because it's got good base handling, but Snapshot is just really good basic perk to have on sniper rifles. There's not really any great perks to have in the 4th column. I'd probably say Rapid Hit. Armor Piercing Rounds would be a good perk because it'll over-penetrate your target, and potentially collaterals. There's again nothing too great for the magazine perks, but nothing awful either. And as for barrels, I would recommend Arrowhead, Break, or Polygonal Rifling. So handling masterwork, just going to boost your ADS time. Top 3 spot is the Long Goodbye. So some of you guys may have been killed by it already, because this is probably one of the more popular energy sniper rifles. This comes from the Insight Terminus Nightfall. It's an adaptive frame, so it's 90 rounds per minute, much like Izanagi's Burden. And it's a nice low zoom scope. As you can see here, it's not quite as low zoom as something like Supremacy, but it's still pretty low zoom, so you'll be able to do some decent close quarters sniping. Since it's in the energy slot, you can pair it with the Last Word. So I can use Last Word, and then I can also use the snipe, and I just got all my ranges covered, because this snipe is very good for use in the mid-range. Word of advice, do not use the curated roll. The curated roll has rangefinder and rapid hit. While there isn't anything inherently wrong with rapid hit, rangefinder is just something you do not want on a sniper rifle because of the fact that rangefinder increases the zoom magnification. Drawbacks to it, it cannot drop with a targeting perk like opening shot or moving target. Personally, I like the Chevron sight, but again, some people don't. Anyway, onto the recommended rolls. Snapshot, obviously, that'll roll in this 3rd column right here. I would probably say Rapid Hit or Dragonfly for this 4th column. There's nothing really great in the 4th column. There are 4 options. There's Rapid Hit, Dragonfly, Rampage, and 4th time's the Charm. And Rampage, even if you stack it up, I do not believe it does enough damage to one-shot body shot a Guardian from full health. So don't even waste your time. I'd say probably Rapid Hit or Dragonfly, just because Rapid Hit, you'll reload faster. And Dragonfly, on the off chance that people are really clustered together, you might get a collateral. For the magazine perks, I would recommend getting armor-piercing rounds. And for the barrel, I would say Arrowhead Break, or polygonal rifling. That's just kind of the basic way to go. It increases the stability, increases handling speed. So, fluted barrel also a good option for sniper rifles. It increases handling. So, handling masterwork. Number 2 pick. This thing is probably one of my favorite snipers right now. The Twilight Oath. Twilight Oath, it comes from the Dreaming City, and this right here is the curator roll. Comes with snapshot box breathing, and if you get the curator roll, I'd probably use that over anything else because it's the only one that can drop with snapshot. It has the lowest zoom scope in the game with a zoom value of 35, and so like say same situation as before, there's someone, I don't know if they're on the left or the right, I can aim down the middle and I can flick to either side, and because of the low zoom scope, it makes it very easy to flick. Box breathing is for the most part pretty useless in PvP, except for the fact that you can do 175 to the head on a super. No, 179, my bad. And it's got good base handling, so even if you don't get the curator roll with snapshot, if you get something like opening shot on it, which will roll in the same column as snapshot does on the curated roll, opening shot's just a great perk. Like I said, it's like hit and hand but better. And if you have a handling masterwork, it'll bump that handling up to close to 80, which is very good. So the downsides, as you can tell, this is a pretty small reticle. Some people don't like that. I'm not a huge fan of the reticle, but I've kind of gotten used to it because I've been playing with it for a little while. I'd probably say if I was going to use anything but the curated roll, I would want opening shot and outlaw. Most things in the 4th column you're going to be alright with, but I'd go with outlaw just so you can get that increased reload. Opening shot, I've already said it a bajillion times. And for magazines, literally anything but drop mag. Drop mag can roll on some sniper rifles. Don't use it on any sniper rifle you get, because you'll be wasting ammo, and if you're in PvP, you do not want to waste your sniper ammo, because the snipers are the only weapons that do not put you in proximity to the special ammo upon getting a kill. This one, I would recommend something besides corkscrew polygonal rifling. I'd say corkscrew or hammer forged rifling, because that'll increase the range a little bit without affecting the handling too much, because as you can tell, this has a very low range, so that which you're not going to encounter low range, but the range increases bullet magnetism, so you'll be able to snag shots just a little bit easier. So my number 1 pick is the Bite of the Fox, and the thing about this is some of you may have already picked up of one of the 2 very good rolls that Saladin has already had. He had a snapshot moving target roll, and the last Iron Banner, as of this video being made, had snapshot opening shot as well, with different barrel and magazine perks and a masterwork, different from the one I currently have. It comes from Iron Banner. Lord Saladin has, he had 2 very good vendor rolls. It's a high impact frame, so if I can pair it with Luna's Howl, since Luna's Howl is an energy weapon. So if I this is a person. I body shot him. I can clean him up real quick with a body shot, because I believe that's inside Luna's optimal range. That's one of the upsides of using a kinetic high impact sniper with Luna's Howl. And so it's got a 43 zoom factor, which is pretty good. The drawbacks, Chevron sight, again, I like it. I feel like it's a lot easier for me to reacquire targets after getting flinched, but some people do not like that. And unlike the other snipers on this list, you could probably get away without using snapshot. This one just has awful handling without it. It has something like a 40 handling stat, and it's just not something I'd recommend without snapshot. So on to the recommended rolls. Again, the 2 vendor rolls that have been their previous. If you have those rolls, you're set. Those rolls are awesome. I personally prefer opening shot over moving target, but if you it's all a matter of preference. Some people like moving target because they can strafe faster, so that they don't get flinched. Snapshot, opening shot, moving target are your best bets. There's nothing real special about these 2 columns. The drop mag can roll on this. Don't use it. Explosive rounds can roll in this 4th column, which makes it pretty fun because they do 79 damage. And so if there's someone like over here, I can shoot, if they're hiding right around the corner and I know I have them absolute, I can shoot right there and the explosive round will clean them up. which is pretty fun. I played with one, but it didn't have snapshot, so I ended up deleting it. Again, just anything but drop mag in this column, and arrowhead break polygonal rifling are probably really good things to have. If I shoot like right there, mine's got some pretty decent stability on it, but I'm ending up aiming up here if I swap to my Luna's Howl, and then I have to come down. So anything to help the stability with the barrels is pretty nice.